It's been 2 years since he chose to let go, since he chose to accept that they couldn't be together. It was a tough decision, but that was reality. Life had many ways to knock you, to make you remember that you're not living in a dream, and that reality is often brutal. He was someone who was well known, a singer, an actor, an idol, or a heartthrob, you name it. Wherever he went, people and cameras seems to follow. It was almost impossible to not know at least his name. While she was from a normal town, nothing too special, she loved to travel, try many different kinds of food, experience the unknown. Life was going well for her, that is, until she met him. It was a simple accident. She was traveling to his country, not fully understanding their language, but she decided to go anyways. On one of her morning walks, she stumbled upon a small cafe. Intrigued by the pictures and wanting to sit down to write, she decided to go into the cafe. She thought she could understand the menu by looking at the pictures, but unfortunately, that plan backfired. Just as she was about to step aside to look up some translations, he came right behind her, tapped her shoulder ever so gently, and offered to help. Eventually, the two ordered a cake and some drinks before sitting down. Despite being awkward at first, they eventually started to talk and clicked. She soon learned that, despite having a cold exterior, he was surprisingly friendly, while he discovered she was actually adventurous. The two exchanged numbers, and that's when it all started. For the past year, he thought that everything would be alright. His friends warned him about the possibility, but he didn't listen. He was selfish. He thought he could protect her, and no one will ever know. Well, that is, until... He was wrong. He can't go against what reality has planned. His life held many secrets, but he has always been good at keeping them. But not this time. This time, he had to pay the price. She had to be hospitalized. The wounds were almost vital. Even the doctors said it was a miracle that she was still breathing. The thought that she was now lying on the bed, bound to the machines, frustrated him. Not a day goes by where he didn't come to visit her, to take care of her, to make sure she was alive and well. It seemed that she was getting better, but of course, it was never that easy, and life thought otherwise. That day was a day he'll never forget, the day that scarred him for life. 2 years passed. Not a day goes by where he didn't think of her. Her touch, her scent, it all still lingered. But when he thought he was ready to move on, to continue his life, reality decided to remind him who he was and what he did. There he saw her, alive, walking right past him as if he was no one, not remembering a single memory of him.